Are skeleton horsemen and horse archers any good in patch 5.2? So this roster isn't all about constructs. Here we have undead horsemen, and put honestly and bluntly, most people consider them trash. And they're right. But they're mobile, high-speed trash that do work for you. So how trash are they really? And am I sorry I baited out a clan Scar nuke with them in my last Cetra campaign? No, I am not. Recruited by unit capacity from cavalry buildings. On Ultra, the skeleton horsemen come in at 60 entities and have 5,340 health between them. Armor is 30, which is better than nothing, with shields that block 30% of small arms fire from the front, helping when charging archer lines. Leadership comes at 45, which isn't high. Speed 76, which isn't bad considering the skeleton horses. Charge speed 108. Melee attack starts at 24, with an attack interval of 4.5, which is not abnormal for cavalry, but puts them at a disadvantage in sustained melee. There is no splash damage. Melee defense starts at 26, which is interesting, since when does light cavalry actually favor defense? Weapon strength is given as 28, split between base 21 and armor piercing 7, a dead skeletal ringer for Empire swordsmen. There is no versus bonus, and charge bonus is 34, mass is 700. Now, the archer version actually is fundamentally different. Health is 5,160 unit wide, no shields, melee attack 20 and attack interval 4.4, melee defense 22, weapon strength 20, split base 17, AP 3. Charge bonus is 25 and mass is 700. Of course, it has range. Ammunition 18 volleys, range 140, actually that's not so bad. Missile damage is given as 15, with each arrow doing 14 base damage and 3 armor piercing. Reload time is 11 and total accuracy starts at 20, calibration distance 85, and calibration area 3.4, which is plenty workable. There is no penetration. Both versions cause Fear, Hide, and Forest are undead units benefiting from the free heals you can get in battle with this faction, and have Vanguard deployment, a major issue for their use. Importantly, the Horse Archer version is far whilst moving and 360-degree fire, so it will shoot while running away like good Mongol cavalrymen. In the redline skills, Elite Cavalrymen at 3 pips grants speed plus 12%, important because it starts a bit restrained, weapon strength plus 12%, and missile strength plus 8%. Dune Rider offers rank 7 and up horsemen armor plus 10, melee attack plus 5, and physical resistance 10%, providing all-around buffing, assuming you have any that last that long. In the wisdom of the second dynasty of the tech tree, the quickening adds plus 10 flat charge bonus to skeleton horsemen, plus 15% ammunition for the horse archers, and 10% reload time reduction for the same. Nomad stock adds plus 5 melee attack and melee defense to the horsemen, not horse archers. This is shared with the Nehekaran version we'll cover later. Bone Edifice offers plus 15 armor to both varieties, and missile strength plus 10% to both varieties. Yes, I know that sounds silly, but it's probably written exactly like that in the game code for reasons. So how do we use the skeleton horsemen / horse archers? Well, the reason for walking you through all this is that yes, they're trash, but they're not so trash that they aren't useful trash. Let's focus on the horse archers for the moment. Range 140 outranges quite a lot of skirmishers in the game, though hardly all. If the primary objective of a skirmisher is to annoy the enemy enough that it chases you, they can do this. It might bait out a nuke. It did for me that one time I mentioned early on, but baiting out spells and so forth will happen too. They're thin-skinned, being skeletons, so the enemy knows it can do damage easily. But what about when the enemy engages? They can run away effectively enough, firing behind them and pestering all the way if that is your desire. And after that, I grant weapon strength 20 looks extra puny, but Empire Pistoliers start with 20 melee attack and 14 melee defense. Outriders get 18 attack and 14 defense. Horse Archers get 20 attack and 22 defense. Pistoliers have charge bonus 20 and Outriders have 12. Horse Archers have 25. In other words, even the Horse Archers can turn around and charge straight into certain missile skirmishers from warm blood factions and cut them down surprisingly well, despite being expendable trash. And being expendable trash, you might well want to trade them for Pistoliers and Outriders. Of course, being Pistoliers and Outriders, shooting them with arrows works kinda well too. And of course, being Pistoliers and Outriders, their ranged is flat out better, but it's not as convenient. So annoying the enemy and riding around shooting without the taunting and yelling living horse archers would no doubt do is one thing, and a lot of the time you're probably running back to friendly lines and parking the horse archers behind those lines once the field skirmishing is done. Skeleton horsemen, lacking this ranged component, are harassers and light engagers meant for classic artillery crew cleaning and archer spam mitigation. Often you will bring something stronger for this purpose, but they're not bad at it. They're just inferior to certain options. With a charge bonus substantially superior to their base attack, you want them charging every chance you get. You want them switching targets unless it really is catching and slashing up pistoliers and similar stuff, and light missile troops are probably ideal prey. Either way, you do want to do rear charges to break morale. It's not that this is a great unit for the purpose, it's just that you'll often find it's good enough, and that has a power all its own, considering this is a tier 1 cavalry trash unit. But that's the thing. You can build the building anywhere, get it online fast, get it cheap, and then you have some skeletal horsemen to play with. There are plenty of situations where this is enough. There's a lot of squishy mobile stuff in the game, and something bony and mobile back of sufficient power will even things out. And often that's all you need. Obviously, the returns will be stark and diminishing once you're fighting dwarfs and so on, but that's another story. And even then, it's not like the Thunderers enjoy being sandwiched by cheap infantry and cheap cavalry slamming into the shields on their backs. So, take everything the enemy gives you, be both cagey and aggressive, and ride with the hot wind at your back. Take care, and have fun using cheap, expendable trash to pull off things you really shouldn't be able to do. It's a very cute kind of fun, and every time the enemy chases your horse archers into prepared death zones, I want to give a villainous skull clatter.